There was a giant shadow captured over the Earth via satellite. Shout out to Mr. MBB333 for pointing this out to everyone. I actually went to the satellite feed that captured this, and there's a little something that didn't make it into Mr. MBB333's video, so I'm going to go over that here in just a bit. Welcome to today's Paranormal Forecast. I've got a lot to go over today, and that sound you're hearing is real audio from a black hole captured by NASA over 20 years ago and finally made into audio that we can hear. More into that in just a bit. Brand new pictures of Jupiter with the James Webb Telescope, a big car recall, NASA's mission to the moon, which is actually happening, and it's launching in a couple days. But let's look into the Schumann Resonance and the solar activity and the space weather. All of these things are off the charts currently. So we're going to look at the Schumann Resonance. It's been a very strange pattern happening with the Schumann Resonance, which is Earth's vibration. Right now we're at a state of calm with the vibrational frequency of the Earth, but who knows what's going to happen next. We're close to the new moon, which is the darkest night of the month. August 27th, the darkest night of the month. Any of my investigators out there, let me know if you get anything different around the new moon compared to the rest of the month. But look on the left side of the sun right here. Watch this. On the left side, boom, right there. You can see it on the other angle. Right there. That's wild. That filament just pops. Currently are getting a high energy electron bombardment, a minor radiation storm. It's just barely over the threshold, but as you can see, it's continuously over the threshold. We also have some instability on the magnetometer, and we have some instability on the KP index. It took a dive. It took a big dive as of late. Check this out. You can see some of it on this satellite here. Watch this. Look at that. So the energy coming off the sun and in space is disrupting the image. Here is the current weather overview for the United States. Thankfully, the rain has cleared out of Texas. There's been some severe flooding in Texas. 1,300 flights had to be canceled. The Dallas airports were hit hard due to the storms. There was some serious flooding. If you live in Texas, let me know you're okay in the comments below. All right, watch this. This is the International Space Station feed as it's going over the ocean. I've got it sped up 5 times. Watch this. So it's going over the ocean. You see the clouds. The sun is setting, I'm assuming, and it's getting dark. You can still see the space station itself. You can still see, some of the clouds and some of the features. But then all of a sudden, it looks like you're seeing the sky. It looks like stars. I'm assuming those are dead pixels from that camera being in space. At least that's what I think, anyways, because it wouldn't make sense for the camera to be going over the Earth, over the Earth, over the Earth, and then all of a sudden, boom, you just see sky. That would make no sense. Gonna blast through some news stories real quick. First, Hyundai and Kia have 2 different SUVs that have been recalled. Hyundai Palisade and the Kia Telluride from 2020 through 2022. Apparently, the tow hitch is catching on fire. NASA is launching a mission to the moon. So this is pretty interesting. The uncrewed Artemis 1 will launch on a mission that goes beyond the moon and returns to Earth, traveling 1.3 million miles over the course of 42 days. Now get this, Artemis 1, unmanned mission. Artemis 2 will have astronauts in it. They're not gonna go on the moon though. They're gonna go around the moon like Artemis 1. And then Artemis 3 will have astronauts that land on the moon. Mars has water. Of course, they would eventually find water on Mars. Now there's a map detailing where all the water is. There's a Mars water map now. New Jupiter images revealed by NASA's James Webb Telescope. Here's a more colorful image of the planet. Here is the breakdown here, the northern aurora, southern aurora. The rings around Jupiter, they're very thin rings, but you can barely see them there. I know you may be wondering, why does the color look like this? The James Webb Telescope has infrared and UV capabilities, meaning that its images are going to have tints of purple, blue, and pink in them because it's picking up infrared and UV light. The 2 photos released of Jupiter this week, composites from several Webb images, were taken by the telescope's near-infrared camera, which has infrared filters that showcase details of the planet. Because infrared light is invisible to the human eye, the images were artificially colored to translate them into the visible spectrum and make Jupiter's features stand out, NASA said. The images were processed by citizen scientist Judy Schmidt. Let me know if you feel this way in the comments. I want to see what the telescope saw. Boom! All right, guys, let's get into the main stories and the main evidence. NASA has posted audio from a black hole. We're listening to the sound of pressure waves increased to audible hearing. And then they added reverb to it to make it sound ethereal and moody and spooky. Nonetheless, I love it. I think it's amazing. And I think it sounds even better when you slow it down. And now, to the main story of the evening. A giant shadow was cast over the Earth on August 22nd. Mr. MBB333, here is his clip. Notice at the top of his clip, it's cut out there for some reason. I believe someone sent this to him. And when they sent it to him, it was already cut out. So here goes the shadow at the top. So I went to the satellite itself. As you can see, we actually have the top of the image here. Here's what happens on here on this one. You can see there's a glitch there, like a really strange glitch at the top. All right, I've upped the quality. There goes the shadow. So with that shadow going across here, I'm going to slow it down. We'll go frame by frame here. It starts all the way over here. Watch this on the far left. Right there, you can see that it starts over here. And to me, it almost looks like something flying over the Earth. The way it smoothly goes over the Earth. And let's see how long it took to fly over. 4:30 UTC, so Eastern time, you would minus 4 hours. That's like at midnight, August 23rd at 12:30 a.m. is the first frame of this shadow flying over the Earth. And it goes to, look, you can still see it over here on the far side. It's still over there. Right there's where it ends. So 6. So for an hour and a half, something traversed over the Earth, cast a shadow on the entire northern hemisphere from 12:30 Eastern time to 2 a.m. Eastern time. So here, let's play it again. That's in reverse right there. Here, we'll slow this down a click. And it's crazy how it glitches out, and then you can see the sun coming back over the Earth there. It could literally be the satellite data glitching out. Either way, I love glitches. Again, I want to give a shout out to my man, Mr. MBB333. I saw it first on his video, and I wanted to look into it further to see what I could find. Thank you for being here for today's daily update. I love you guys. Stay tuned, stay epic, and I will see you all at the next one.